following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine.
Welcome to Homer B. Johnson Stadium, where the 3-3 Sachse Mustangs meet up against the 4-2 Wylie Pirates. Hello, I'm Bobby George, and this is Roman Alexander. We'll be calling the game tonight. It's a cold night. It's raining. It's 58 degrees, 55, 58 degrees, 13-mile-an-hour wind. What do you think the keys to this game to win the game for Sachse?
Well, I tell you, Bobby, I think tonight they're probably going to have to rely on that big offensive line they have. I mean, this kind of weather, you're going to have to make sure you secure that ball and just kind of get some good power runs and try to get good yardage.
I totally agree with you. And the kick is out to the 10-yard line. And it looks like Sachse is able to contain him at right about the 14.
Yeah, they got down there and did a pretty good job. Special teams are going to probably be really important tonight, making good plays, and they got down and covered really, really good on that kickoff.
So we're going to get to see the Wylie Pirates come out tonight on offense first. Again, it is pouring down rain. We know that basically it's going to be a game in the trenches, don't you think? It's going to be all night. Who can run the ball the best?
Absolutely, Bobby. I think, you know, the team that's going to be able to establish the run and get movement in the front is going to be the team that's going to probably come out on top tonight.
So they'll have Bell, Jager Bell, number 14, is going to be the quarterback. He's a 5'9", 180-pound sophomore. And we already got a false start. It's going to back him up 5. And they're going to have Lane Chapman, number 10, 5'11", 185-pound senior. He runs about 5.5 yards per attempt. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that tonight. They hand it off to number 2. He gets out past about the 24-yard line. Maybe it's going to be a short 2nd and 2. 2nd and 1 maybe.
Well, I tell you, Bobby, there they did a little outside zone play there. The back was able to bounce outside. Lineman got that end sealed, and he was able to get some good yardage there.
Yeah, carried by Cam Pruitt. They run a little bunch formation, and they're out to the outside. Chapman carries out to about the 28-yard line, gets the first down.
Yeah, they was able to, once again, like I said, Bobby, they're going to try to keep that ball on the ground. They're going to pull that backside guard around. He gets around, gets a good block, and gets some good yardage there.
Big number 52, Chris Talley on the tackle. I like how they bring in number 1 in there, Carter, and they hand it to him off the outside to the left. He is bundled up by a whole lot of Sachse. He's led by number 52 again, Chris Talley. 47 tackles for Chris Talley on the year so far coming into the game. 2 tackles for a loss, couple of sacks.
Again, we get that near side back, get that block out there on that end, free that back to get outside. And again, you know, like I said, Bobby, they're going to have to try to keep the ball on the ground and try to hold on to it. Good defense by the Sachse Mustangs there.
Yeah, Sachse running that 4-down lineman, holding him to a no gain there. Right up the middle. Big number 98 coming in on the tackle, Corey Walls. And you'll see him a lot tonight. He's had 28 tackles coming into the game, and he is the anchor of that defense.
Yeah, here we go again. We're going to pull that backside guard. Number 54 going to try to get up around there, and then the back is going to try to look and see where he can find the opening and get as many yards as he can possibly get.
Jager Bell changing the play up. He's got about 3rd and 7 sitting around the 32-yard line. He's going to throw it. Philly coming off the outside edge. I think they get him for a sack. Jaron Counts again on the tackle.
Well, Bobby, he steps back. He's going to make a pass. I thought he had good blocking back there, but I guess he saw something that we didn't, and so he began to try to run out of there. And Sachse played great defense on that and held him on a third down. Now we're going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah, it's interesting that they thought they were going to throw it. I mean, it is pouring down rain. That ball has to be super wet.
Well, I agree with you. I think, you know, sometimes when you play in a wet game, you just try to hope that a receiver can catch the ball and, you know, he'll still try to stay in your little game plan. But, yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be pretty tough throwing that ball tonight.
So they get a nice punt. I mean, it really flips the field position, puts it out to about the Sachse 19-yard line maybe. Jet Krill just says, waves that one off, get out of the way, and they're going to start that big offensive line. This is what we've been saying about Sachse. Their offense is big. They weigh about 268 pounds across that front line. Number 76, Zach Moore, 6'4", 285. He's a senior. On the other side, Major Heiser, number 50, 6'2", 250. He was the player of the week last week. He had 5 pancakes last week, so we'll keep an eye on number 50 there. Number 65 is that right guard, Kenny Wynn, 6'1", 300 pounds. The center, Austin Smith, 6', 245. He's a junior. Brady Payne, that left guard, 6', 260. He's a senior. If they're going to win this game, it's going to be won right there in the trenches.
Oh, I agree totally with you. Looks like we had a little offsides there on Wylie. A little anxious there.
Oh no, ball's out. Oh no, Wylie gets the ball.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Bobby. We said that ball is going to be wet, and you have to make sure that you secure that ball. And
see, number 43 there, Harrison Visick, getting on top of it. Brandon George tries to get there.
Wow.
Visick smashes it out, and right there, you're exactly right. The ball is super wet. We've been talking about who wins the game. It will be the team that is not turning the ball over, wins that turnover battle. You can see the rain right there. It is coming down. And the first turnover goes to the Pirates.
Wow, and that set them up in excellent field position right there. Boy, what a big change in the game.
I guess if you have a positive, they can't get a first down here. It's first and goal at the 10. Number 2 tries to get outside right there, but Afili gets outside and does not let him get to the outside. Just a great job of stopping Cam Pruitt.
Yeah, it looked like he's trying to run a little outside zone. The back's kind of looking to see if he can cut inside. He saw nothing there. He tried to get outside, and just a great play, defensive play. Number 17 there.
Yeah, Cheetah Afili. He's the bookend for the other side. Amicha Afili, both of them brothers. Big stop right up the middle. That'll make it 3rd and 8. Basically 3rd and goal from the 12, 13-yard line.
Yeah, we got a little inside zone here, just looking for an opening, trying to find a crease, trying to run behind those big linemen, trying to see if you can get some positive yard. Pretty good defense there by Sachse.
Yeah, we got to say, man, we got to look at that Sachse line. They got Cheetah Afili, Corey Walls, Jason Counts, Amici Afili. Those guys are some huge dudes, and they got great motors. Just as we were talking, they try to hand the ball off to Jager Bell, has to take off running. Afili again on, I think they're going to basically give a loss of play there, so it's going to be to the 15-yard line, so they lose 4 yards on that tackle.
Yeah, they sure did. It looked like they were trying to play a little play action, but now, you know, they didn't get that yardage, so here we are.
4th and 15. They are going to try to kick a field goal here with a left-footed kicker. In the wind, in the rain. 32-yarder, and it looks like it is good.
Well, I'll tell you, Bobby, they gave up that field goal there, but I'm going to still say that was probably a win for Sachse there. You know, the way that ball got changed over, they you know, I think they made a big stop.
Yeah, they get the ball right there on the 10-yard line, and you get a stop, push them back 5 yards, and force them to kick a field goal. I think you're right, man. Big play. Again, you've got to keep these turnovers to a minimum. And the first time we see Sachse get out there, they take the shotgun, goes right through his hands, and Brendan George just got to know that the ball is wet, and it's not going to be a dry ball. It's going to be wet. It's going to be heavy. You've got to take control of it, and especially when you're down on your 15-yard line.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know how we were kind of talking a little bit earlier today. I mean, you know, the ball guy is going to be very important, or ball girl, whoever is taking care of that ball, they got to make sure they get that ball dried off. And, I mean, whoever that person is, I certainly will be around them telling them, please make sure that ball is as dry as you can possibly
see
keep
right there, Mark Barron's head coach. He's been the coach for 20 years here at Sachse. He opened it up as the Sachse's first coach and still here. You know, he played at McMurray State, and he was put into McMurray State Hall of Fame as a 2005 lineman. Grayson King takes the kick, gets it out to about the 30-yard line. I believe that's where they're going to spot him, maybe the 29.
Yeah, this is a pooch kick there, and just, you know, trying to see if they can keep them from getting a return, but also, most importantly, you know, the receiver had to make sure he secured that ball, and he did a good job there.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're going to have that ball person to keep that dry towel. Grayson King to the right side, gets a little bit of room, gets out past the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Is tackled by Jacob Galladay, number 29 there.
Well, he fakes to the back inside, and actually the back leads him around a little bit, and he was able to get outside. Good blocking there by the offensive line, a good positive play there.
They only got to get 1 yard, pick up that first down. It is 2nd and 1. Akona to the left side, gives a little stiff arm, gets outside, going down the sideline, gets pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Well, once again, just going to give that ball to the best running back and just try to get him outside and use his speed and use his athleticism, try to make a big play, and he was able to do that on that play.
Yeah, he averages 8.8 yards per attempt. He's had 7 touchdowns coming into the game. Going to the outside again. This time he is met solid. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a yard.
It looks like he lost a yard on that play, Bobby. Good defense there by Wylie. Again, once again, they try to give him the ball, bring the backside guard. He's trying to look inside, see if he can get anything there. Nothing there, and unfortunately, it is a loss for Sachse. A great play by Wylie's defense.
Yeah, nice. That's good safety play. Number 29, Jacob Galladay, is playing that safety, and you know they're not planning on throwing the ball, so they're bringing these safeties up and putting 9 in the box basically and trying to stop this run. Again, Akona to the right side again, and he is met by a bunch of white jerseys and has no running room at all. And he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to say number 36, Trevor Furlan, on the first guy to tackle him there, coming off that left linebacker spot. It is 3rd and long, and this is a situation where Sachse, you know, usually tries to throw the ball, but what do you do here? You're going to have to just put your best players out there and see what they can do.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's still going to probably try to get that ball up in the air. I'd say he's looking downfield. He's taking off.
He scrambles to the right, kind of gets pushed out of bounds. Probably a good play because it sets you up. You see right there, he's able to get out there. That's the best decision, don't you think?
Yeah, he got outside. Now he's given him an opportunity to come up here and try to get this first down on this 4th down play. So
yeah, 4th and 2, and they're keeping the offense out there. I think it's a good try right there. I think it's probably a smart play.
Got him to jump there.
Free play.
Free play.
Oh, he's just getting wrapped all up. A little bit of scramble here and there. Usually you get a free play like that, you go ahead and toss it deep, but the rain is just coming down so hard. He just has no time to set his feet and take the toss.
No, you know, he looks like he was, you know,
55 of the defense.
Yeah,
5 yards from the previous spot.
Like I said, when Wylie jumped offside, you know, he knew he had the free play, but it didn't look like the receivers got out in any route for him to be able to throw that ball down the field. But nonetheless, they had the free play because Wylie jumped offside. So, hey, we got first down, trying to move on down the field.
Yeah, it sets us up on the 39-yard line. Excuse me, the 34-yard line of Wylie. So in Wylie's territory here. Nakona goes to the right side, and he just gets smashed by the middle linebacker, Visick. Harrison Visick with 29 tackles coming into the game, a sack, a couple of tackles for loss. He is a mass of linebacker there.
Yeah, he's a great player there. He's making good plays. On that last play, Brandon George just tried to stick it in there and then pull it out and get to that outside, but defensive end was there making a great play. We got going here. Looks like we got a false start there.
Number 50 of the offense. 5 yards, still second out.
So that'll be 2nd and 16. That moves them to about the 40-yard line.
Well, you want to make careful you don't shoot yourself in the foot in this situation. You want to try to get as much positive yards as you can. Got to be disciplined in this rain.
Kona's out. He's scrambling to the outside. Oh, they trip him up. It looked like he had a little bit of running room if he could have just escaped that one tackle, shoestring tackle. But he comes down with a no gainer.
Yeah, it looked like they was trying to run a little blast, a little power inside. And, you know, again, Wylie's playing good defense. They got a really good defensive front, and they were able to stuff that play and tackle him for a loss.
Wylie only allows about 83 rushing yards per game. Oh, they got him. Wide open in the middle of the field. He gets all the way down to the 15-yard line. That is a pass to Lockett. A little post play.
Yeah, he got a little post pattern, good protection there, giving the quarterback time, get the ball down the field. And like I said, even though it's wet, you're going to probably still try to run some of your pass plays just for the fact that you need to try to get down the field.
Probably pretty smart play because you have all these safeties and everybody filling in the box to stop the run, not expecting them to throw the ball. Uh-oh. Brendan George gets sacked by number 43 again, which is Visick. We've been watching him. He has been laying the wood out there tonight.
Once again, George pulls the ball, but boy, he didn't really have a lot of time to do anything there.
Illegal procedure. More than 4 players in the backfield. The penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Well, that's a big loss right there. That backs you up 7 yards, 8 yards maybe.
Yeah, I was checking that out, Bobby. It looks like that right tackle sometimes gets back a little farther than he needs. So the ref's going to be looking for that.
Kona up the middle, does a little dancing. Gets him about 6 yards. Tackled by Dalton. Gets him about to the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11, looks like.
Yeah, try to run a little inside zone there, try to go man-on-man and see if they can get movement up front and just try to see if you can get some yardage on that play. Good job again by the Wylie defense.
Well, Wylie knows what's coming. They know it's going to be a heavy dose of the run. You see number 50 win. He's kind of sitting back right there. Oh, they got him wide open to the left side. He gets up to he loses the balance, and he gets up to about the 9-yard line. Austin Phillips, he comes in motion and then just bounces out to a 2-yard out.
Yeah, a little fake hand up, coming back to the play side, and then he's able to get number 10 to get out in the flat. Nice catch. Kind of loses his balance there, and thank God he was down. That ball kind of rolled still on the field. That was still in the playing field.
So 4th and 6. 4th and 6. What are you going to do here?
4th and 6, I might do a little play action here, might fake and then maybe roll out and see if I can get somebody open. I'm probably going to try to come to this wide side of the field, Bobby, if I'm going to do something here.
Time out. Wylie.
Now they get a little more time to kind of talk about it and kind of come up with what they want to do as far as offensively. This is going to be a big play here.
Okay, it's 0-3 in favor of Wylie. 1 minute, 15 seconds left of the first, 4th and 6. We'll be right back on GRS.
We are all connected to something bigger than ourselves. Change one thing, change everything. The things we do today have an extraordinary impact on a child's future. A better child, a better world. GISD has a ripple effect on our community. Every lesson can positively affect our future leaders. We are Garland ISD, impacting lives, changing futures. It's what we call the GISD effect.
Here we go. It looks like Sachse's going to try to do the same thing. Now they've got the wind blowing at their back. He puts it up, and it looks like it is good. They tie it up, 3-3.
Well, I'll tell you, Bobby, when they went into that timeout, you know, like I said, they were going to decide on what they were going to do, and I think he made the right call there.
Yeah, right.
He brought them on back with that field goal team, and, you know, now we got a 3-3 ball game. So I think that was the right choice in that particular situation.
It was a good drive. It started way down on the 30, drove it all the way down to the 10-yard line, was able to boot the 25-yarder. Alejandro Alvarado, the former soccer player, coming out here and doing it for Sachse. Hey, it's really impressive when you have be able to kick field goals in high school. And these aren't just typical field goals. The rain is coming down, the ball's heavy, it's wet, and these two teams both have good field goal kickers that they trusted to put out there and put points on the board.
Absolutely, and like I was saying before, you know, what a great decision to come back and get those points on the board, keep the game tight. The way this game is looking, it's going to be a tight game. And like we said earlier, Bobby, the team that can hold on to this ball and not let it get away from them is probably going to be the team to come out here with victory. So every point counts.
Yeah, the win on the turnover battle is very important. Alvarado's going to be able to kick again here. And he gives it a boot right down the middle. Perfect placed kick. Ball's bouncing. Picked up at the 11-yard line. He's bounced to the outside. He's getting some room. Out to about the 37-yard line. A beautiful return.
Yeah, that was, Bobby. I'll tell you what, for a second there, it looked like one player away, and he might have been to the house. Ball's bouncing on the ground, pops up to him. He gets it secured, breaks to the right, looking for blocks. All of a sudden, boy, hits that crease.
Yeah, it shows his speed, doesn't it? Sean Carter is like picking up a onside kick. If that ball would have bounced any differently, it might have been trouble for the Wylie Pirates. But Sean Carter is able to pick it up, take off, and make a great return. They are out to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Carter comes in motion. They hand it off to the upback, Chapman, but he is met by a whole wall of Mustangs, and I think Corey Walls and Jaron Counts were the main guys in there.
I'll tell you what, Wylie was trying to lean on that big offensive line they got. They brought the backside guard around, tried to get a blast play up inside, and boy, I'll tell you what, the Mustangs were ready for that one. And again, that's what looking at film and studying film will do for you.
2nd and 9. They only pick up 1 on the play. They're going to throw it. Uh-oh, it breaks down. Big sack right there. Big number 95 again. Cooper Creasy. And number 90, Travis Simpson.
Well, I'll tell you what here, he looked like he was going to pass the ball, and then all of a sudden it broke down. And, boy, I tell you what, Sachse got a lot of players around there. Big 95's there, big number 90 making big plays. That's a big play right there.
So we come to the end of the first quarter. Why don't we take us a break? It's 3rd and 11, 3-3 on GRS TV. Start of the second quarter. We got 12 minutes on the clock. Again, we had a rain delay a couple of times before the game. Started about 45 minutes late, but it is Wylie 3, Sachse 3, just like we thought. And again, the only score that Wylie was able to put together, we only had 2 drives basically in that first quarter. A lot of running the ball, and the time just went fast in that first quarter.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, hey, Bobby, man, I don't know, was I watching this game or not? Because it sure did seem like this first quarter went by real fast. And like I said, you know, going to be a tight ball game all the way, I think.
Yeah, Wylie gets their only score basically off of a fumble on the very first play from the line of scrimmage for Sachse, and they were able to turn that into 3 points. Boy, they got a bunch formation to the left side here. Looks like a wide receiver screen out to Pruitt, and it goes for about 4 yards. So, I mean, not much. It looked like they were going to use, you know, if you throw it gets tipped right there. Nice job.
Yeah, that ball gets tipped, Bobby, but like you said, they had a lot of bunch over there. It looked like a bunch set, and then for some reason, then it looked like the receiver came back for the screen. He kind of stayed out there. I don't know if he saw something, but again, got the ball out to him and, you know, got some yardage on it.
Yeah, 4th and 4. They're going to have to punt it. If you're Sachse, you really need to watch it and make sure that this is not a fake punt. I'm sure they don't want to do it right here, but with this wind and the ball being wet, I wouldn't trust anything. I'd definitely watch for it.
Yeah, I definitely would watch for it because, like you said, when you see them going to go into something like that, as far as the 4th down, it's probably 4th and about 4. So a quick run can get you that first down. Also, if I'm on Sachse's side, I'm going to try to tell my guys I see right now, they got the towels out there trying to get those hands dry to make sure.
Exactly. Maybe just get away from it. If it's not right to you, just get away from it. Don't even take the chance of that knuckleball coming in and slipping through your hands. I mean,
absolutely.
And you also got to be careful of just the hard count. They might be trying to get you to jump and see if they can get closer to that first down. I don't think it'll get, it says 4th and 4 on the screen, but out on the field, it looks like it's 4th and about 7. So I don't think an offsides here would get you the first, but it sure would get you closer.
Yes, it would.
Uh-oh, they're having a hard time getting players in. Right after the timeout, you'd think you'd have that figured out.
Yeah, you would think you would be coming back with exactly what you want to do on that play.
Ball snapped. It looks like a little rugby-style kick from the left-footed punter.
Okay,
just get away from that one.
Yeah,
He fields it.
Boy, wow.
Does that look like? I think that's Jet Creel fielding the ball. Man, that was close to going into the end zone.
I'm like you, Bobby. Get away from that, man. I mean, you know, he got the ball, he secured it, but that could have been a disastrous play right there. We know how wet that ball is.
And it's heavy too. Again, probably the most important guys on the team out there right now is the ball boy. just keep that thing dry.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Sachse going to start it on the 9-yard line. Hand it off to Akona to the right side. He has got some room. Oh, he is out past the first down tiptoeing to about the 33. What a great run.
Okay, again here we got outside read, outside zone, backside guard and tackle come around. Again, great play, great effort, running hard.
Yeah, Akona, he averages about 8.8 yards. And, you know, Sachse runs the ball really well. They run it about 218 yards a game. So Sachse could win this game if they are able to run the ball the way they want to. Up the middle, it's a quarterback keeper. George gets about 3 on the play.
Well, you know, coming into this game, I think Sachse kind of was a 60-40 kind of mix. Run the ball 60% of the time and pass 40%. Fake got a big backup in front of him trying to get into that opening and get some positive yards, trying to get that down in distance shortened.
Well, I like the linebacker that got the tackle. His name is Christian Resurrection. What a great name.
That's a football name right there.
One you don't forget. Haygood getting outside, doing a little dance, and is he going to get away? No, he's getting sacked down. Boy, he takes a big loss right there, about 8 yards.
Well, Bobby, they were trying to run a counter there, put the backside guard and tackle, try to get around, but boy, number 5 got through there and really messed that play up. Back's trying to make positive yards, but he ran back, and unfortunately, you know, he lost
right into Farley.
Right.
Big Farley right there, number 80. 6'3", 230 pounds. Oh, we got the screenplay going. He's got some room.
Good.
If he gets away right here, you can get the first. Can he do it? Down the sideline, I think he gets it.
Boy, that's going to be close, Bobby. That's going to be real close.
He's going to get it, though. He gets to about the 43, 44-yard line. Great screenplay. They got them looking for a sack. Everybody went for it. Screenplay was set up perfect.
I'm going to tell you what, Brendan George did a great job on that play. He looked away and waited at the last second before he turned back to throw that screen. So he really set that up by his eyes and the way he looked.
Yeah, Hanks does a great job waiting for it, catching, getting downfield, getting the first down. Brendan George taking the quarterback keeper, picking up 2. Out to about the 47. Let's say the 46. Just a straight keeper. There wasn't nothing fancy about that one.
No, just trying to go big on big and trying to open up those gaps and just see if you can get the quarterback to find a crease and maybe get some positive yards.
I got a guy in motion here, number 9, Hanks.
Got a little offsides there.
Oh, yeah, that's what you don't want. You got to win these battles right here of no penalties. It's hard enough because you're not throwing the ball, you're running.
Ball start.
Well, it's kind of like we said a little bit earlier, Bobby, about how trying to keep the ball on the ground and trying to get them to try to get the running game going. But just as important is going to be the penalties that happen tonight too.
Yeah, because when you're only picking up 4 or 5 yards a carry, you can't have a penalty to set you back to 2nd and 13 because you're not doing a whole lot of throwing. And in the same side, Wylie knows what's coming. They know that it's going to be a run, so they're going to fill that box. It's hard to pick up an extra 4 or 5 yards on every possession. You got to have the penalties at a minimum. Oh, a little pitch to the left. Akona's out. He's got some room. He gets really close to the first down. Big offensive line play right there by number 76, leading the way. Zach Moore, 6'4", 285. He's coming out there helping you out.
Just a quick toss there, and Kona
Ball
was able
comes
to get
out.
on that. Yeah, the ball did come out there at the end.
Well, it's tough to hold on to that thing. You got to be real disciplined. Jaden Doss on the tackle. Sets up on the 52-yard line. Oh, boy, they wrap him up, but we got a flag on the field. Dalton on the tackle there again. Oh, another false start.
65 of the offense.
I tell you what, Sexton's got to get a little more discipline. They're shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Yeah, two false starts on this first down play here. You got you went from second and 14 because of a false start, and then you almost get the first down. You get another false start. It backs you up again. So now you're at 3rd and 8 instead of a 3rd and 2. George out to the right. He's going to throw it. He catches the ball. Who is that? Number 5. That is Lockett on the catch, but immediately he gets tackled. So it's going to be a short. It's going to be 4th and 4 at the 51.
Well, yeah, Brandon George trying to run outside. You got pressure coming up on him. Big Lockett comes through there and able to catch the ball. So he was able to get some positive yards out of that. But
now they're offside. This is a free play. What are they going to do? Ball just dies in the air. That wind just pushed it straight down.
You know, when you get someone to jump and stuff, you usually have a free play you go to, and, you want to try to see if you can get that to work. So they had a free play there.
And it gives them a first down.
Offsides. 55 in the deep. 5 yards. Just the first.
So that gives them a first down. That's a big play. So Sachse had 2 false starts on that and still picks up the first down.
Boy, go figure. I mean, that's a good thing for Sachse. I tell you what, Wylie's probably kicking themselves right now.
You know it. Now it's first down at the 44-yard line. They give it to Akona. He's off to the races. Is he going to beat everybody? No, he gets rushed out of bounds at the 16, 17-yard line.
Again, we got an inside zone play, bring big number 76 around.
Woo!
What a great cut off that block, man. That was excellent. That's how you draw it up. When you draw it up on the chalkboard, that was perfect right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful block by that offensive line. Again, we've talked about it all night, how big that offensive line is. And you have big 76, 285 pounds, 6'4", but guy coming at you. And on the other side of Heiser,
Absolutely.
I mean, that was nice.
Big Zach Morey pulled again. Then they go away from him on this play. But, boy, I tell you what, wow, Wylie was all over that.
Yeah, Dan Farley, just a big tackle inside there. And, you know, they haven't been moving the ball too good on the inside. All their plays, it seems like, is when they're bouncing outside, they're able to get loose.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, I know they're trying to run a little bit of the inside zone and stuff, but, like, sometimes you're going to have to look for that bounce because, boy, I tell you what, those two guys in the middle for Wylie are really stacking things up.
You know, they run that 3-4 defense where, and they can trust it because they got those big old guys in the middle. And just as I say that, they switch the defense around. Okay, here comes another pass. He catches it. Oh, a nice spin move. He's going to get down inside about the 6-yard line.
Boy, that was a great play right there by number 9.
Yeah, Kendrick Hanks, he comes out of the backfield. It's just a nice, safe little play, and then he just makes you miss. Right? Whoops.
Oh, great
See you
stiff
later.
arm. Great stiff arm and spin, man. Good job there.
So they get down to the 6-yard line on that play. Again, this play started inside their own 10. George gets bottled up right there, but he does pick up a couple. It's going to put him down to the 3-yard line. He gets wrapped up by Nworkia, number 7. He's the safety, had to come up and get him playing that outside. But again, this thing started down inside the 10-yard line. This is a heck of a drive.
Yeah, this is a big-time drive right here. Again, I think he was going to try to go inside, but he bounced off. And again, he got the positive yards that you need to get down here.
Yeah, a little
Looks
RPO.
like they changed quarterbacks here.
Yeah, this is Kendra King. Grayson King. You know, they'll do a little pistol right there. They'll snap it to him. He's their athlete, and just try to sneak it in. Tackled by number 5, Brady Dalton, the outside linebacker. This will be 3rd and goal. It's a different formation here. Kona's in motion. It's going to be a powerhouse to the left, it looks like. He's in. Yep, there goes the sign. Sachse drives it 90 yards and puts it into the end zone. Grayson King taking the snap. Look at those offensive line just pushing.
Yeah,
they know it.
Push down there, and man, they were able to just keep pushing and get that ball across the goal line.
That's a
excellent.
nice scrum, isn't it?
Sure is. Looked a little bit like rugby.
Yeah. Alvarado puts it straight down the middle. Sachse on top, 10-3. Second quarter, 5 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock. We'll be right back on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
Five minutes and 54 seconds. Boy, Sachse put together an incredible drive. They hold Wylie Pirates to a 3 and out, and they have to punt it. It goes down to about the 9-yard line where Jet Creel kills the ball. They drive it 90 yards, put it into the end zone. Grayson King finishing it up out of the pistol formation, a little wildcat. And here we are. Little pooch kick out to about the 25. Carter out to the left side. He catches it, takes off to the left side. But if you're not going upfield, Sachse's got the speed to stop you.
Oh, you're right, right. He needs to try to get north and south. I'll tell you what, on that last drive, Bobby, thinking about that's the kind of drive that win games for you, but also that's the kind of drive that eats up the clock, and then it keeps the other team from having the ball. So, boy, what a big drive by Sachse on that last possession.
Yeah, I agree. That was incredible. Now, Sachse's up to 143 yards. They've got 67 in the air, and the rest of it's on the ground. And just like we said, that big offensive line really showed how good they can be. And now you got to do it on the defensive side of the ball. Sachse's not even playing with a safety. Do you see this?
Yeah, they all up on the line. I tell you what, we got trips over here to the right side. Be careful here. This man-to-man, somebody pops open free.
They're going to throw it, and they
Oh,
go deep,
got him.
and they got him wide open. Oh, and he falls down at about the 24, 25-yard line. Wide open is Cam Pruitt.
I mean, he's got plenty of time back there. I understand that, but I'm trying to see what happens. Oh, he fell down or lost his footing.
Injury timeout.
Well, we might start seeing a little bit more of the passing game. It looks like the rain has kind of stopped. It might be a little misty, but it looks like the rain is stopped, and the wind is at Wylie's back, and it looks like it's about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, so they can throw the ball in this.
Yeah, they got an empty set. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
good defense, good
Ball's
defense.
out.
Next back on the play, 98, Corey Wall.
It looks like 98, Corey Walls comes out. Let's see who gets the sack here. Boy, he's waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yep.
Boom. Corey Walls, big sack, ball's out. And it looks like they're going to give it back to the Pirates.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought Sachse had gotten that ball for a second.
They got trips right. They're going to try to throw it again. And they get it loose. Wide open is Carter, still on his feet, gets tracked down at about the 7-yard line. So, man, just as you thought that the Pirates were in trouble, they were able to toss this one out wide open.
Yeah, I had trips to the right, little bit of rollout, had a lead blocker for him, and boy, number 1 came in on looks like a little out pattern and got that ball.
Yeah, Camden George is chasing him down from the outside linebacker, saves the touchdown, and right as we speak, they're out on the 9-yard line and little RPO, and they fake everybody out. And Bale runs into the end zone by himself, untouched. 70-yard touchdown drive right there. Look at that RPO.
Yeah,
Faked everyone.
good fake. He stuck that ball in there and really sold that well. I tell you what, that's a way to answer.
That's an answering drive, isn't it?
You're absolutely correct.
Gilbert on the extra point. And it looks like it is right down the middle. Tied up, 10-10.
We got a tie ball game there, Bobby. Like we said, we knew nobody was going to go away. And I tell you what, right now, that's exactly what's happening. And you're right. I kind of look out here and see that rain has kind of stopped. So I think that passing game might become a little bit more of a factor than we might have thought at the early part of the game.
Well, I tell you, just a great answer drive. I mean, that was a 70-yard drive. Really clean. And, boy, that last play. I tell you, if they start throwing the ball out there, Sachse's going to have to change their defense a little bit. And when that rain was coming down, now they weren't able to throw the ball, and Sachse knew it, and they were up there trying to stop it. Now that the rain kind of slowed down, we saw 2 really nice passes right there by Bale, and he's hitting his number 1 target, Carter. And, boy, that really sells it, and they move the field really quick, score. But now the rain looks like it's coming back.
Well, you know, I think we're going to be in that situation where it's going to, you know, kind of come down and go and come down and go. And, again, I think you're going to set your defense and your offense based on what's happening with this weather.
Gilbert on the kickoff here. is deep, and it looks like it's going to be out of the end zone. They let that one go. Come out to 25. 4 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock. Going to be down here, and I think you're going to get a heavy dose of running.
I'll tell you what, we got a ball game now, Bobby.
Little trickery play. It is outside. He gets to about the 34-yard line, a little short of the first down. He almost broke it. Akana on the run to the outside, and big Visick again on his 5th tackle of the night saves that one.
Well, you're going to bring that big number 76 around. Zach Moore, get behind him, and let's see what we can get. And that's exactly what they did. I think they're going to continue to run behind that big guy.
They kind of run it up the middle this time, and I think they take a 1-yard loss as Draper is in on the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down and about 2. Sachse's going to have to convert here. They're going to be having to punt from their own from their own side of the field. It's a keeper, and he gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Just by a big hit right there.
That was a big hit right there. Great
Brady
defense.
Dalton.
Tell you what, trying to run a little quarterback power right up the middle, and man, Wylie was ready for that.
So they're going to have to punt this. Grayson King is setting back in the back. He's going to be the kicker here. And it doesn't look like the Pirates have any return man, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, I at least put one man back. I mean, why give them a chance?
Well, the punt,
yeah, the punt wasn't that good. But, you know, I was just thinking, why would you give them a chance to turn that field on you like that? But
yeah, especially, you know, a lot of times if you can return a punt, I mean, you got those lanes wide open. You put your best athlete up there, you catch it. Sometimes you can turn that into a touchdown, but either way, he does flip it. It goes out to the 30-yard line, so the Wylie Pirates will be starting on their own 30. Now, they started on their own 30 in the last drive, and they drove it all the way down the field for a touchdown. I think they might get a penalty here for him punting the ball right here. Watch this. You can't do this. Watch him give a little nudge. Let's move it on down just a little bit.
Let's see if we can get a little extra more yardage out of it. Well, I'll tell you what, that didn't end up as bad for Sachse, as Wylie as I thought it would have. You know, hey, sometimes you do.
Yeah, it ended up being a 40-yard punt.
Yeah, I mean.
It helps when you get a little bounce like that. and, you know, again, Wylie didn't have anybody back there to stop it.
Absolutely. I think we're just going to see some power here. Oh, we got counter coming.
Flags fly all over the place. What do we get here? Well, that's tough for them because it's hard to get a first down with just 10 yards. Now you got to start it with 15.
Well, there's that 5 yards that should have been on that punt. They got it.
Yeah, there you go. That extra little kick there. Bell's thumped for 1,089 yards coming into the game. He's 54%. He's going to go ahead and throw it again on a little wide receiver screen that is just bottled up. Nothing going. In fact, he's going to lose about 3 yards.
Yeah, they had that trip set out here, and they set up this little screen. And, boy, I don't know. The receivers don't look like they blocked anybody. I mean.
Let's just go ahead and say big Camden George came in there and just blew that play up.
I agree.
Now, I think if you're Sachse, you've got to watch for number 1. He's been their big target, Sean Carter. There it goes out to him. Oh, and the ball is dropped. That was out to Cam Pruitt, their outside slot receiver.
Well, tell you what, at first I didn't even think he had a chance at this, but he seems like he gets a hand or
Goes up
something
with
up
one
on it.
hand.
Yeah.
He almost makes a spectacular catch.
Sure did. Just kind of a little slant out and got
Probably
in
would
flat.
have caught that thing if the ball wasn't so wet and heavy.
Yeah, you're right.
Same play
Same
out
play.
to the outside. Carter out there doing a little trickery, dancing, all kinds of business, but it only picks up about 3 yards as DeVault goes out there and makes a heck of a play.
Yeah, Sachse rallied really well to the ball on that play. Again, kind of a little slant out pass here. Then here we come. All kind of
DeVault just stayed
Mustangs.
with him, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a big linebacker out there.
Yeah,
One of the fastest players is Carter.
Yeah, he moved real good.
All right,
And
it's 10-10, minute
time out of the
23
half.
left. 4th and 14. We'll be right back on GRS TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Back here on the 26-yard line, and the Wylie Pirates are going to have to punt this. It's 4th and 14. Uh-oh, we got a penalty right after the timeout. You surely don't want penalties.
delay
a
a
game out of a timeout, a delay a game against Sachse.
Boy, it's kind of hard to see how that could happen against the defense.
Yeah, I don't know how they call a delay a game on the defense because they had all of their guys in. There's 11 guys on the field, and they were waiting for the referee to put the ball down. So I'm not exactly sure how that works.
I agree with you, Bobby. I don't know. Maybe we missed something, but wow, it looked like they had all 11 players there ready to go.
All the time in the world. They didn't send anybody to block that punt.
Oh,
and
wow.
They're going to get a flag right there. They just nailed Jet Krill as he's trying to catch the ball. You have to let him catch it. Ball rolls down to about the 6-yard line, but that doesn't matter. It's going to be out about 25, and they're going to get 10 on it.
Yeah, I don't know what Wylie was thinking on that play. I mean, God, punt was kind of going out of bounds anyway, and then guy just runs into Jet. And, of course, you know, you had to give him the opportunity to catch the ball.
Yeah, here it comes right here. Look at this. Boom. Jet Krill's waiting on the ball. Boom. He just nailed him. So the ball hits about the 30. The contact happens at the 25. And the referees are all huddled about and talking about what they're going to eat after the game.
Yep. I tell you what, he's probably trying to figure out where we're going to go and meet up after the game. But I tell you, Bobby, on this, I think, you know, they're going to move that ball pretty good distance from where it would have been.
Kick catch interference
Absolutely.
on the kicking team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, they're going to get some nice yardage out of it. Sachse's at 151 total yards now, and what is surprising is through all of this rain, Brendan George is 5 of 5 for 67 yards. Now that's a pretty good completion percentage out here in this rain.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, like I said, even though it's not a high number of passes, boy, he's sort of getting a big return with it. And, again, like we said, they will throw the ball. Kind of thought they'd keep it on the ground a little bit more because of the weather. But, like you said, that rain is maybe not as strong as it was in the first
It's still
quarter.
coming down, though.
Yeah, I can see it. It is still coming down.
Sachse's changing their play here. They throw out a quick receiver screen, and it is bottled up quickly. Wylie Pirates was not confused at that at all. Scott makes the catch, loses about 3-4 yards on it. We'll say it's on about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they get the ball
34.
out to Cortland Scott, but I kind of think if he would have stayed to the outside, he might have got a little more yardage. But, again, Wylie was ready and prepared for that, but I think he could have got some positive yards had he stayed on the
Popped outside?
Absolutely.
George on the pass, a little receiver screen on the inside again. He might pick up 3 or 4, but he runs into a massive wall. That's Cortland Scott again, and he gets tackled by Farley right there over the nose tackle. He runs right back into the meat of the defense. It's still going to be 3rd and 11 on the 36-yard line. What are they going to call here? I guess it got a timeout. I didn't see whose timeout it went to, but there's only 22 seconds on the clock.
Timeout. Sachse. That's the second timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 27 seconds. 27 seconds.
Well, you can see or hear how strong that wind is down there.
Yeah, I tell you what, that wind is kind of blowing. You kind of see those flags over there kind of letting you know that wind is really whipping up.
Please set the game clock to 27 seconds.
We're going to add a couple of seconds onto the game clock, 5 seconds, so it'll be 27 seconds. Yeah, they say it's a 13 to 14 mile sustained wind, and with gusts up to 20 miles an hour. So it's a tough one out there. The rain is blowing down too. You can't see it too good on the screen, but it is definitely happening. And I don't know what's going to happen here. It looks like they're going to, are they waving?
Wave it off, yeah, because as I say, the ref was.
The ball had not been made ready for play,
Right.
no penalty.
There you go. So let's reset it. It is, the ball's on the 36-yard line. It's 3rd and 11. George got plenty of time. He's rolling out. Oh, is he going to do? Take off running. He runs out of bounds. Picks up 2 yards. So it's going to be 4th and long. And they're going to have to punt the ball here.
I tell you what, he had Khalik Lockett open coming across the middle. He just didn't see him.
It's kind of a tough throw. You're kind of running to your left, and you've got to set your feet and throw back across the middle. That's a tough throw.
Yeah, that is.
Especially when you're getting chased.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it might have been best approach is just to run it, but I thought he would try to turn up field and pick up some yards. They weren't able to. Now they're punting it. King gets a beautiful punt, and again, Wylie has nobody back there to stop the ball, and it just keeps rolling. As the clock keeps clicking off, it goes down to 8 seconds on the clock, so I don't know if Wylie's just going to kneel it down and take the 10-10 tie into the locker room for half. That's probably what I would do. I wouldn't take the chance of even doing too much right here inside my own 20.
Well, the only thing I can think of is, Bobby, is that they don't want to have their punt receiver take a chance on catching the ball, and maybe they're going to drop it
or something. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think what they're thinking on that because, again, you know, you're allowing it to go pretty far.
Yeah, the ball bounced on the 30 and took about a 15-yard slow roll. You thought you'd keep that and stop it, but again, they're going to go into give up mode and just take a knee, take it in. 10-10. What a good ball game. Again, we knew this was going to happen. The rain delay finally goes away. We're able to get a good half of football in. 10-10 halftime. We'll be right back on GRS TV. Welcome back to Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Pirates, Mustangs tied 10-10. We have a couple of minutes of highlights we'd like to show you. That first half was pretty awesome. It was raining. We had a rain delay. You can see the water coming down. First play of the game. Sachse, ball goes through the Sachse quarterback's hand, Brendan George, and they were able to turn that one in on a Grayson field goal right there, go up 3. Wylie comes back. They drive it all the way down the field, 70 yards. We get the field goal by Alejandro. And then Grayson King capped off a 99-yard drive right here with the rugby scrum into the end zone. Go up 10. then Bell does an RPO around the right side, just totally fool Sachse's defense. 11-yard touchdown run, and then the rest of the game has been defense, defense, defense. There's where you see the first play of the game was the Brendan George over his head. That capped off the field goal. And then Feely coming off the right side, just being dominant on that left side there. Feely on the other side, his brother, the bookends. Saw a bunch of play by number 43, Harrison Visick. Man, he was hitting some people tonight.
That defense on both sides of the ball was playing really good football tonight, and that's indicative of the fact we only got 10 points scored on each side.
Yeah, I mean, you see the Pirates defense only gives up 16 yards per game, and you can see why. That linebacker play is so good. There's no big plays that getting broke out on.
But I also want to commend Sachse for playing good defense too. They got guys swarming to the ball, and again here we see Wylie getting to the ball, and that's what you need, people surrounding the ball and getting there.
Yeah, we saw Sean Vault right there playing that linebacker, getting out there and dancing with the #1 receiver over there for the Pirates, Carter, and being able to bring him down. Again, the stats on this game, they've really bottled up the Pirates. Sachse has. Pirates got 86 total yards. 65 of that is in the air, and that was on one drive alone. And the rest of it, Sachse's only allowed 21 yards rushing. And they've been able to put up a lot of yards. Sachse has 151 total yards, 66 yards passing, 85 on the ground. Popacana is just killing it right now, 11 for 87 yards. And then we saw Grayson King get his power run in there for the touchdown. And so Pirates are going to be kicking this one off. We're going to get to see Sachse open it up for the second half. Short kick out to about the 21. Norberg takes it out to about the 31-yard line before he is down. And we'll see how Sachse comes out of the halftime, what they talk about in that locker room. What would you be telling them as a coach in there?
Well, I would tell them, you know, we've been playing pretty good. We've been getting a lot of yardage on the ground, so we probably want to still pound behind our big offensive line and just continue to do that. I mean, you know, if you look at the statistics, you know, they are really racking up the yardage, and they really have a statistical advantage. So I kind of stick to what we've been doing.
Well, they're going deep on the first play. Whoa!
Boy, almost there.
Yeah, they had Lockett on the post. Washington on the coverage. Boy, they
just look away, quick pass, and boy, he was on that post and almost got that.
Well, that was some tight coverage right there by Washington. I liked it. First play of the game. See if you can get one. Toss it out to Akona. He is bundled up by Visick again. Oh, that was Haygood on the toss.
Again, got a quick toss here, trying to get to the outside. Boy, Wylie's all over that. Lineman trying to get out there, but man, that defense was swarming on that one.
Haygood, he's a sophomore, 160 pounds. He's their speedster. Conan looks like he's back in the backfield again. They sure are coming out throwing the ball. That one was a pass to Quinn to the outside, not even close to him. That's going to be a 3-and-out, a fast one.
Boy, that was a quick 3-and-out. Trying to hit him over here. Looks like he was trying to throw it on the back shoulder, but no, that was just a little bit off. I thought he was trying to throw a back shoulder there, and it looked like they might have possibly had that for a second, but no, that just was a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, 2 out of the 3 plays was passes, and just like that, it is 4th down, and they are going to have to punt it away. Get a good kick. It looks like it's going to take a great bounce. They had to kill it before it gets back to the 30. Looks like they got to get it down around the 29 to the 30-yard line.
Well, it looks like that rain has kind of let up a little bit. I see on this particular punt return, Wylie did put someone back for that, so maybe that's the reason they didn't want to take a chance of him dropping it. But there they put one back and were maybe looking for a return, but the ball never really went to him.
Yeah, you see right there in the screen, it is still misting. It has let up a little, because if you're out on the field right now, you think it's not even raining compared to how it has been.
Yeah,
it has
you're
been
absolutely
pouring.
right.
Bell's going to go down. Big sack right there. That's that big interior lineman, number 4, Jaron Counts. He gets the pressure from the outside, but then he just blows through a double team.
Yeah, he just fought through both those guys and came up and made a great play. I tell you what, there was nowhere. These defenses are playing a good game tonight, Bobby.
He's 265-pound senior. Bell tosses it out to the right, and it is blown up.
Wow, I don't know what the defensive coaches have said to their teams, but boy, these defenses have come out on fire this half.
They toss that out to Lewis, and Wells is just right on it.
Loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
Bell's trying to change the play. You see the coaches over there, they're giving him the what for and this, that, and he's going to have to change it up.
So they got one-on-one over there.
He's going deep right there. They're going to get a penalty on this play. I think they're going to call a holding on it.
Well, they had number 4, Chris Lewis, over there. That's their big-time receiver. They like to go over the top with him, and that's exactly what they tried to do, and they got some pass interference over there.
I think C.J. Wells was on the coverage. He was right on him.
Pass interference. Number 15 of the defense.
Well, he was in good coverage, but you can't reach up and grab the shoulder pad of the other player, so that's what they called him for on that play.
I guess 15's better than a touchdown.
Well, I agree. You're right, but yeah, he actually did grab that shoulder pad, so that's why that ref went on and made that call.
That was clean. You could see it right there. That was definitely a penalty, and there was a lot of flags, a lot of laundry on that one, I'd say. That brings them out to about the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Right up the middle, and there is a swarm of Sachse players. I believe Tally on the first initial hit, and little play here, and they got a penalty going. You don't want to turn a good play into a bad play.
No, you just gotta try to hold your temper and keep discipline. Don't try to give them anything here. Again, this game is going to be won on penalties and who can control the ball and not let the ball get away from them.
What are we going to get? We're going to get offsetting penalties, or are they going to call it on one team or the other?
Well, I kind of seen both teams kind of going at it. I mean, maybe the refs can see something that we didn't.
Unnecessary roughness. The offense. Yards. 2nd down.
All right, a big play right there for Sachse. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's going to back them up. Let's see if we can see it right here.
Little inside run play there, and again, the Mustangs are doing an outstanding job getting there. And
I just didn't see it. Oh, I guess they get him for the push
number 54,
right there.
yeah, on that push. So,
well, I mean, that's kind of ticky-tack, but
yeah,
it falls in favor of Sachse. It pushes the ball back to the 26-yard line, and boy, it is 2nd and forever.
Wow,
that's a pass to Carter around the side. It's a little pitch pass. It does go for a pass, but it's going to be another loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, that play didn't look good from the start. He kind of gets that little pitch pass inside, coming around the corner, slips and fall, and man, again, lost about 3 yards on that play.
I think if he wasn't to fall, on his own, the turf monster, I don't think he's going to have much anyway. I think Philly just played that position really well on that.
Yeah, they did.
King's on, Bale's on the scramble, and I think he's just trying to throw this one away. They do drop a flag right beside him. Are they going to get him for roughing?
Well, I didn't see that, Bobby. We'll have to take a look here on this replay. I know he was trying to, even though it looked like he was throwing that ball away, I did see Chris Lewis over there on that sideline. Again, one of the big playmakers for him.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 90. Head to the back area. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So even though it was 1st and 24, and it's a 15-yard penalty, since it's a personal foul, they go ahead and give him the first down on that. Oh, that's a tough one right there. I've seen a lot worse in high school football.
Yeah, I have too. But again, like we talked about just a minute ago, got to keep your discipline. We said big penalties and dropping that ball is going to cause problems in this game or lose the game. And again, right there we see because of a penalty, Sachse let him get out of a deep hole there.
Yeah, they had him pinned way back. Bell back to pass. He's got all time. He throws it out to number, let's see, who was that? I think it's going to be number 4. That's going to be Lewis. No, number 8. Hayden Stewart. He does a little quick stop route.
Well, again, he kind of looks away there, and then he gets the ball back into a big receiver's hand and trying to get something positive out of that play. And by looking away, he was able to set that play up and then make a quick pass back to his right.
Yeah, C.J. Lewis coming in on the tackle there. 2nd down and 5. Bell hands it off to the round to the left side, and big number 52 is there. Tally holds him to a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. Got to do something right here. Sachse's going to have to stop the run. It's going to go right up the middle to Chapman. Oh, they're going to throw it deep. Down the sideline. It's out of bounds. No catchable, not even catchable.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. Receiver was pushed out of bounds, so that wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah, Jalen Jimenez on the coverage. That's an interesting play. You have 2 yards at midfield. I think your best play would be to go up the middle with your big back, but they throw a deep pass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bobby. I think that I would try to go up inside and maybe,
you have
bring
2 plays.
Yeah, bring that backside guard around and maybe wrap around and see if I could get that back in behind him and see if I could get those 2 yards.
Yeah, even if you don't and you come short a little bit, you have another play to sneak it in if you're a little bit short. Anyway, they're going to punt it away, little rugby-style punt. No pressure on him. He boots it down the field, and Jet Creel, again, on the catch, right at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, I think that possession right there turned out to be a gift for Sachse because I agree with you, Bobby. I don't know what their thinking was on that play, but I would have tried to, I got 2 plays maybe to try to get that first down. I would have probably tried to run inside, but nonetheless, here we are.
Yeah, it was a crazy possession anyway because it was 2nd and 25, and then you get a roughing the passer and get a first down on it. Anyway, Sachse's with the ball on the 20-yard line. They send man in motion and Akona to the right side. And there comes the flag. It looks like it's probably going to usually a holding or blocking the back out there.
Or I don't know if I didn't see face mask on that, Bobby. I'm not for sure, but I thought that guy kind of got his hand in there on that face mask just a little bit, but you might be right on the holding call.
Personal foul.
Oh, you got it.
Face mask.
Good eyes.
On the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Roman Alexander calling it out on the face mask right there. Good camera work. Yeah, perfect shot.
I kind of thought his head jerked a little bit, and again, I kind of was thinking, hey, if that happened and the ref was right there looking at that, kind of looked like possibly it could have been. But
Physic's been playing a great game, you
yeah.
know, and that's probably his first mistake of the game, but he gets him 15.
Me. Absolutely.
Oh,
intercepted.
Here we go. That's their number 1 player right there. Carter, he's gone around the outside. He may take it all the way. Oh, he's getting tripped up right there at the end. It's about the 6-yard line. Khalik Lockett takes him down right before the end zone.
Wow, boy, at first I thought we had a pass there. We see him slanting inside, and then, boy, number 1 just breaks in front of him and takes the ball away. Way to react to the ball, and then he's off to the races.
Well, that's a nice run right there on the stiff arm.
I'm like you, Bobby. For a second, I thought he was gone, man. Tell you what, good thing that somebody kept on playing and made the tackle. Let's see if we can get some stops here.
Yeah, a hustle play by Kalik Lockett, getting back and making the tackle right there to save the touchdown. Now you got the Pirates knocking on the door from the 9.
Boy, great play by Sachse right there. Try to run that inside zone, inside power.
Yeah, that's that big defensive line right there with Counts. Chapman tries to go inside. Simpson on the tackle. Oh, they're going to get him again. He's having to throw that one away.
Again, great pressure by Sachse, boy. I tell you what, if they can come out of here with just only 3 points, it's be big in this type of game.
Boy, look at Cooper Creasy, man. 6'2", 240. Watch how fast he gets in there, and that just forces the throw.
Well, like we said all night, the defenses have been putting pressure on the opposing team, and so it's continued on into this second half also.
Yeah, if they could stop them right here and force them into a field goal, that would be a big help. Big pass to the outside.
There you go.
I thought they had him right there. That was a great defensive play by Jimenez over there to get that ball knocked out of the end zone.
Yeah, quarterback's plenty of time, got the ball up, and again, it looked like it was good pattern, but boy, great coverage by number 12 there, and boy, I tell you what, he saved the touchdown right there. Number 12, Jalen Jimenez, great play he just did there. So again, kind of what we was talking about, Bobby, I'll take this for a win as Sachse because again, they forced them into having to kick a field goal here.
Second turnover that they've put inside the 10 that Sachse's been able to hold them. Gilbert on the field goal here, left-footed. He puts it straight through the upright. So 2 turnovers by Sachse and 2 field goals were turned into that. So not too bad. If you're going to give 2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line and they only come away with 6 points out of that whole deal, I think you're right. They've come up with a good victory on that defensively.
Oh yeah, because you're looking at 14 potential points there that all of a sudden the game could be 27-10. So man, I tell you what, when you go back and look at that film, you're going to realize how important it is to continue to play defense at all times. And I'm going to give my heads off to both these sides. They're both playing good defense tonight.
And we talked about usually who wins the game is who wins the turnover battle. And right now, Wylie has 2 turnovers. And, if Sachse was to win the game, you look back at that, you say, man, that is impressive that they can even win the game with 2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line. But right now, Wylie's up 13-10. They're losing the offensive battle, but they're winning the game.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes that's how games play out. And again, that comes back to what we were saying. Sachse has to maintain their discipline, keep playing hard, and not have any penalties or mistakes to allow Wylie to continue to capitalize on these little things that we're talking about.
Mitch Reed, the defensive coordinator for Sachse, you can tell they've watched a lot of game film because they've really put a stop to. That ball is out. Did he get it? Boy, that was a trick.
Yeah, looks like he got it back. Tell you what.
Boy, nice play right there by number 27. Tim Pham to be alert because they weren't expecting this to happen. I mean, he was just able to go up and get it. That was a trick kickoff right there by the Wylie Pirates.
Yeah, it sure was. I tell you what, man, like I said, he was alert and played that. He dropped it, but he was able to get back on it. I tell you what, that could have been a big play there for Wylie, but again, good job. You got counter coming back around here.
Yeah, George Tuakona pick up 6 yards. I think you need to just keep feeding that right there. Look at those big offensive linemen.
Well, there you go. The offensive lineman coming around on the counter play. Get it to your number one guy and see if he can make something happen. Again, you alluded to all the yardage that he had in the first half, and so I'd keep feeding him all night long.
Yeah, he's had 86 yards in that first half. They send Scott in motion. The flags come out.
Ball start. 76 of the offense. 5 yards.
They've really been shooting themselves in the foot this second half. They've had a couple of penalties, the turnovers. They really need to settle into their game, because Wylie, you let the momentum start building up, and Wylie's going to get it, and it's going to be hard to stop.
No, you're absolutely right. And again, that's what we talked about, the little things, the little penalties and stuff that start to add up.
Kona on the outside. It looks like he might go all the way to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, there you go, Bobby. That's what I'm talking about. Keep feeding the man that you know that's going to get you there, the one that's brought you to the party, man. And there you go. Outstanding.
Look
Comes
at this
around.
offensive line play.
Great offensive line. Comes through a hole untouched, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, you're not going to catch it.
You're right. Number 5, I'm going to give him Khalik Lockett out there. You know, when you see the receivers blocking downfield like that, I mean, great play. Everybody did their job, and look what we get, a nice big run by our number 1 running back. And, again, keep feeding the guy that brought you there.
Alvarado on the extra point, and it is good. It's 17-13 with 5 minutes, 42 seconds left on the clock. There's a Kona celebrating it. Man, what a battle it's been. We'll be right back on GRS TV.
We are all connected to something bigger than ourselves. Change one thing, change everything. The things we do today have an extraordinary impact on a child's future. A better child, a better world. GISD has a ripple effect on our community. Every lesson can positively affect our future leaders. We are Garland ISD, impacting lives, changing futures. It's what we call the GISD effect.
Big 50-yard touchdown run, not even touched. Kana breaking the 100-yard rushing now. Touchdown right there. That was an answer drive.
Well, yes, it was. And again, you know, kind of when Wylie tried to do that fake quick kick, and you know, the taxi guy was able to cover that ball. It turned out to be a big play right there, because it gave him great field position, and it had the opportunity to go down and get that score.
You are right. Finn playing over there and being alert and watching for that, because they weren't Wylie wasn't set up to kick that. It was kind of a trick play on that kickoff, and boy, if he wouldn't have been alert and went up and got that ball, that whole thing could have changed. And now all of a sudden it's a 50-yard touchdown the other direction.
Absolutely. So again, little things like we talked about earlier start to add up and help you win games like this.
And now we've talked about it, but Sachse's offensive line has dominated a lot of teams, and they average 178 yards rushing per game. Kona's already up to 147.
Well, like you said, we knew that coming in, that offensive line was going to be really important as far as, you know, establishing the run. And I think now Sachse's kind of settled down and kind of sticking to what they do. You know, they've been a 60-40 run type of team anyway, so I think they're getting back to what they do.
Jason Counts on the tackle right there. 2nd down and 8 on the 28-yard line. Bell's going to throw it. Big pressure up the middle.
That's
it's going to be picked off. Oh, he drops it.
My.
Oh,
wow.
Give us a couple of push-ups, bud.
Yeah. Hey, the ball's wet, so we're going to give him a break. Oh, my goodness.
C.J. Wells wishes he had that one back, because there was nothing but green in front of him and a couple of linemen.
Well, we got the quarterback stepping back. He got plenty of time. He gets this nice little throw. But, again, boy, I don't know what he was looking at. Him and the receiver weren't on the same page. Suddenly I looked like he just thought number 5 was his receiver, because, boy, I tell you what, that was right to him.
C.J. Wells, it was the sun. The sun was in his eyes.
Okay, I believe you, Bobby.
All right. Bell on the rollout. He's going to throw this. This is incomplete, not even close. He takes a big hit as he's throwing the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I mean, you know, for the benefit of Sachse, I mean, the quarterback's had a tough time getting the ball to his receivers. You know, he's just been just a little bit off this second half.
There's a lot of pressure coming from the outside, and they put him on the ground pretty hard. 4th down and 9 from his own 26-yard line. They're going to have to punt this one away. It's a deep one. They're going to get away from it. They're going to down it about the 28. So Sachse's going to take the ball over.
Well, you know, like we said, once again, that defense has stepped up, made big plays again and again. And again, they get the turnover, get the ball right back to the offense. And here we go. Sachse has a chance to try to extend to that lead.
Sachse averages about 30 points a game. So as you can see, they're not quite there. But it's been a battle in this rain. It's cold. Kona up the middle. Gives a little spin. Tackled by Dalton.
Again, just trying to run a little inside zone, let the back try to pick the opening, find the crease, and try to get into it again. Like I said, I think Sachse is going to try to rely on this big offensive line.
They
see
should,
if they can
right?
start. Yeah, see if they can start wearing them down.
Yeah, you got to wear them down. Exactly. I think that's exact what I would think they would need to do as well. Kona to the outside. That's where his bread and butter's been. Good defensive play right there by Brady Dalton.
Yeah, that was just a great play by Brady Dalton there. I mean, again, you know, Mustangs trying to continue to run that ball. We got a little outside zone there, and then just able to get outside. I mean, you know, almost got away and got around that corner, but again, just a great play by number 5.
Yeah, they had Major Heiser, number 50, out there blocking for him, and he was the player of the week last week with 5 pancakes for an offensive lineman. They needed it right there.
Yeah, they needed to get that block, and he probably would have got 10 more yards.
Hanks in motion, little RPO up the middle. And we're going to be at 4th down and 4 as Christian Resurrection makes the tackle. They're going to have to punt it away.
Well, I'll tell you, they came out and tried to establish the run again, just trying to get a nice blast up the middle. And again, you know, I had to give heads off to Wylie's defense. They stepped up and made a big stop.
What'd you see Zach Moore, big 76, make a pancake block right there?
Tell you what, that's a big guy right there, man. I hate to have him come falling on top of me.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to be playing somewhere on Saturdays. He's 6'4", 265.
I tell you what, I think you're right.
Only 17 years old.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot more to grow.
Did he pick? Oh, I thought he almost touched that one.
I did too. I thought he touched it. Hey.
He's going to be down about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he almost touched that ball again. Then, you know, what we're talking about, like, you got to be smart. I mean, get away from that ball unless it's coming right to you. But,
yeah, what's the point of just running up to it and getting as close as you can? I've never understood that.
Tell you what, you know, you'll find out that ball take a bounce that you didn't want it to take, and it's done hit you in the ankle or something. Now you can't get it, and so just got to be careful here.
You know, I'm kind of surprised on all these punts that Wylie has been taking. You know, they do that little rugby-style punt. And it looks like Sachse has not went after the ball one time. They've just let them punt it. And they had a player of the week last week, number 32, J.J. Hunt. He had one blocked field goal, and he returned it for a touchdown, and one blocked two-point conversion and one blocked punt. But tonight, they haven't sent him in to block anything.
Yeah.
Right now it is 2nd and 17. Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll hold them here and they'll be able to get in there and block a punt or something. Here we go. Bell has Chapman behind him. He's going to hand it to him to the right side, and he is suffocated.
I'll tell you what, man, that Sachse defense is really playing good tonight.
That's that Sean DeVault right there, big number 33, 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore out there playing.
Again, they give it to number 10. They pull the backside guard and tackle. I thought they was going to maybe try to get outside here. But again, that Sachse defense is swarming all over the place. These guys are really, really fired up. Again, like I said, they've been playing great.
Now, when you played professional ball, did y'all have pants that was way up above your kneecaps?
No, Bobby, back then you
had
that.
Goes in and knocks the sack down. He's saxing, ball comes out. There he is.
Boy, you just talked about him, and look, boy, this guy is playing a great game. Tell you what.
Outside right there, huh?
Yeah, comes, and boy, what a great effort there. Knocks the ball out, and boy, oh man, Wylie was lucky to get that ball back.
Now they're gonna have to punt it though from their own end zone here. It is 4th and a long ways. Now we get to see, are they gonna send somebody after that, block that punt, or are they just gonna wait for it here? I don't know. They'll probably just make sure he's not gonna run it, punt it deep, see if one of the return guys can pick it up and take off.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna try to see if they get, well, I get away from that one right there. Get away, man. Yeah. Hey, but to answer your question, Bobby, back in the day, no, we didn't get to wear these form-fitting uniforms that all these players are wearing today. You know, we had knee pads and everything, and you know, it was just
these guys don't even have knee pads anymore. You see where that comes? That's mid-thigh.
Yeah, it was a different era back there. You know, it's almost like you know, the dinosaur era where
yeah, where the shoulder pads, where the receivers were wearing lineman shoulder pads.
Yeah,
these
absolutely.
Receivers don't even have shoulder pads any longer.
Nah, you're right.
Sachse on the reverse. He's got time. He's dancing over there. Gets about to the 49-50. That'll be Hanks.
Well, actually, that play started off. It looked like it was going to be a lot more yardage out there. I thought we had the linemen pulled around the corner and had those edges sealed, but you know, I give Wylie a little credit. They did react to the ball and stop them for a short gain.
Third quarter is going to come to an end before they get to their next play. They'll be switching the sides of the field here. Sachse will be going from the right to left now. We'll be right back. 17-13 into the third quarter on GRS TV. Back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium, 13-17. Sachse in the lead, start of the fourth quarter. Sachse's offensive line is really starting to dominate. They were able to defensively hold Wylie on that last possession down inside the 10. They had to punt it out of their end zone, basically. Sachse now 2nd down and 6. Hand it to Akona, and he goes to dancing out there, gets about 1 yard before Visick takes him down.
Well, like I said, they're going to continue to try to feed the man that brought him here. You know, he got 1 yard on there. You know, just
you want him to hit the hole, right?
Absolutely. He's kind of running inside zone. I mean, he kind of bounced it outside. I don't think he saw anything on the inside there. And that's what you want. You know, you're going to give the back the option of doing that. But on that time, I think he kind of should have just stuck it up in there and
go get in there and get fast. That Visick's coming around that outside edge. Outside here, they're going to throw it out to Akona from the left side. He swings out of the backfield, but no go there. Furlan, the outside linebacker, they've got some quick linebackers. They come out there and get you.
Tell you what, again, I don't blame him to try to get it in the best player's hand, and boy, but Wylie just was ready for that one.
Boy, that was a quick 3 and out.
Tell you what, these defenses are stepping up because they sure are getting 3 and outs, and that's what you want to do as a defense. And boy, I tell you what, both sides have really done this in second half. And I tell you, this is going to be the difference in the ball game is who can make a big play and maybe get away.
Control that
out.
ball, right?
Yeah, getting off the
field.
field.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Shanked it off the punt. And that's going to net you about 10 yards. That's going to be out to about the 43-yard line.
Wow, I guess it just kind of went off his foot there. You know, I didn't really see the pressure or anything that came in there. He just needed to take his time and just steady himself and get a good punt.
You got to rely back on your defense. You don't want your defense to get too tired. They've been out there quite a bit. That offense has kind of gotten a little lazy, a little lackadaisical. You know, you saw them out firing out, getting to that second level, putting the pads on the linebackers, and Akana's been able to run the ball, but the last couple of possessions, that's been a no-go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the last couple of possessions, they really have stepped up on them. Boy, pulled the counter there, pulled the backside guard tackle, and even brought the tight end around on that.
Chapman gets to the outside there and then puts his foot in the dirt and cuts up field before Default was able to stop him.
Yeah, he's
they
just
got
looking,
7 yards.
Yeah, looking and watching the backside guard tackle and tight end come around, and then he's going to try to make a cutoff what that block allows him to do.
Sachse's bringing the blitz. They throw it. They got one-on-one coverage to the outside, and I think did he catch it? No, they're going to call him out of bounds. It looked like Pruitt on the catch. Or the no catch, I should say.
Yeah, they got the ball out there, and he caught the ball, but like you said, thank goodness for Sachse, he was out of bounds.
Yeah,
Good
Jimenez.
catch.
They're throwing it to Jimenez, which is our best defensive back out there. He's been incredible all year long, and if you're going to take your chances, I think Jimenez will be the one to be able to stop it.
Yeah, you're right.
Stewart in motion. They throw it out to the other side, and a great hit right there by the defensive back. Go up and tell everybody about it. Big play by C.J. Wells. Boy, that's stopped them short. 4th down and 1. I think they're going to punt this ball.
Well, like I said, that's a good stop by Sachse again. Here we go. We're looking at 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And so here we go. Sachse gets a chance to get the ball back again. I think this time the offense needs to try to come through with some big plays and try to eat up a little of this clock.
I think they're watch the snap count. Do not jump here is what everybody should be saying. Is he going to punt it? Oh, yeah, they're watching for him.
Not that good of a punt. Watch out, watch out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, takes a
Watch
roll.
your words.
Yeah, as soon as I say that, and there
that
you go.
Rolls. Look at it. Just keep waving it. That's going to get down to the 10-yard line before it stops rolling.
Yeah, let me give the ball a look now all of a sudden. But anyway, didn't start off looking that good, Bobby. But boy, it turned out to be a good punt for them.
Took a little roll and bounce there, didn't it? He gets to waving it. Come on, get on down there. Get on down there. Get on down there.
Tell you what.
All right, Sachse. They need to really put on the heavyweight now. Brendan George, 9 of 12, 69 yards, 1 interception. They give it to Haygood here. Out to the outside. He picks up some good yards. That's what you want right there. Oh, no, that's number 22.
Big old guy, just straight ahead, looking like an inside zone. He's going to look, find that gap and see if he can find something. Then that particular play looked like he bended to the outside and picked up positive yards.
Yeah, that was Khalees Harris, 215-pounder, getting his first carry of the game. Oh, they got a jump here, I think. No. Nope.
Replay.
Oh, they're going to catch flag. That's what you want right there. Washington on the coverage. It's going to get called. That goes to Kalik Lockett.
Well, like you said, that's what you want on a free play. You want to keep the play going and see what you can get. And in this instance, you see they got a pass interference, which is, you know, boy, I'm telling you what, that's a big play right there. And it happened because they continued on with the play and the receiver continued in his route and looking to make a big play.
What?
You know, I see that all the time in high school football. They're taught that. But I watch a lot of football on Sundays, and you don't see it. I don't understand.
Pass interference, number 3. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
On Sundays, you'll see them jump, and then all of a sudden the quarterback will just kind of throw it down or throw it out of bounds, and I haven't understood that.
Well, you know, it's kind of one of those plays that you have to work on, put it into your practice regimen, and then when you get in the game, you have a chance to be ready for that. It happens so quick sometimes that you don't really notice it. It's got to be one of those things you kind of work on in practice in order when it happens, you're ready to react to it.
So we got Harris back in the backfield again, and he's going to take the handoff. Outside, look, he's big, 215 pounds. He starts running some people over. You get a little dose of him. People might want to start arm tackling.
Tell you what, that's a big back right there. Again, little inside zone. He's going to get that guard coming back from that backside, and he's going to bounce out with it. And again, like we said earlier, trying to eat up some of that clock.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. He picks up 1 yard. He's only 5'6". Boy, he's heavy for 5'6", 5'7". But look how fast he was. He's a pretty quick back. We'll hand it to him again.
Oh, great cut.
He's going to get the first. Now that is moving some quick feet right there. Look at I love it.
Boy, that's a great play there. Bobby, you're talking about knee pads. Look where his is.
Yeah, he's wearing shorts.
Tell you what, great cut there. Great
he's
cut.
Fast. Hey, when you see him, you don't think so, but I like those shoes. They work for him. He's quick. Ball's going deep.
Well, we got all kind of flags here.
Yeah, that went out to Quinn. That might be false start. They threw that flag pretty quick.
Yeah.
Offsides.
Wow.
Offsides.
Number 55 of the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
Penalties are a big part of the game, and a lot of times they'll keep some drives alive for you. And right now, Wylie is at 7, 8, 9. They're at 9 penalties for 75 yards, and that's pretty tough go. That's a big sled to have to pull for defense.
Well, you see it gets them down to 1st and 5, so now you got the option to do a lot of plays, and you still got 3 chances to actually still get that first down.
The wind is blowing into Sachse's face, and again, we've talked about it all night. It's about 12 to 13, 14 miles an hour. It does look like the rain has stopped, but you do have an opportunity now to throw the ball or run it. Oh boy, they're going to stop the
timeout.
Oh, they got a Sachse timeout.
Yeah, the clock was getting away from them.
We can do some standings here. Do you want to talk about the playoff picture? All these teams only have 1 game left.
Sachse.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
Support for your team, however.
when we look at the standings right now, you know, Wylie East is, Wylie East is, well, we look at the standings. We got Wylie East leading the district at 6-0. Got Naaman Forest right behind them at 5-2, and then you got Wylie coming in 3rd at this moment, 4-2. And then Bobby, you got a bunch of teams right there at 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, 3-4. And so these games are very important. You got Garland, you got Lakeview, you got Sachse, you got Rowlett, all there right in the mix of maybe trying to get that last playoff spot.
Yeah, so Sachse and Wylie, that's why it's such a big game right here for Sachse. If they go 4-2, they win this, they basically flip spots with Wylie, and then they would be in the playoffs if Garland wins tonight. They should probably be in the playoffs. And
Absolutely.
They're playing South Garland over there. It's 61-22, Garland over South Garland right now. So Sachse controls their own destiny, and if they do get into the playoffs, they would be in home field advantage in big school.
Right, absolutely. And so, like we said, it's a really big game for both teams, but boy, a much bigger game for Sachse.
I'm wondering what's going on. Now, we've seen a lot of big number 22 there. What's happened to Akano? We haven't seen him this entire drive.
Well, you know, a little bit earlier there, I saw him kind of limp off the field, but I didn't know if he was injured or not. I'm kind of looking on the sideline, and I really don't see him there anywhere. I don't know if he's under that tent or something, but hey, you know, they found a big back too, so maybe they're just going to try to just ground and pound.
Oh! Well, the pass was out to number 10, Austin Phillips, a little high off his fingertips. That sets up 3rd down and 6.
Okay, he is back out on the side there, Bobby. So I guess maybe they decided to just change up a little bit and see if they can pound with number 22. And hey.
3rd and 6 from the 49. Blitz off the edge, coming right at you, and he is going to get, Harrison's going to get dropped for a loss by big number 55, Camden Draper. That's a big play at a big time in the game. He had running room. There was some pancakes going on there.
Yeah, and big number 55 came through and made a great play, held on, and again, defense for Wylie stepped up for him and did what they needed them to do. Give them an opportunity to get this ball back with about 6:40 left with a chance maybe to go down and take the lead. And so this is going to be a big drive for Wylie right here.
Yeah, if they eat up a lot of clock and then punch it in, that's going to be a tough sled for Sachse. Beautiful punt. This is the first time we've seen Wylie back on a punt to stop it, and it looks like they were able to catch it, fair catch it, on about the 21-yard line. Brady Dalton on the fair catch.
Well, I'm going to go maybe say that was some coaching there a little bit by Wylie, because they understand that if that ball was not caught and it rolls back there to the 5 or 10-yard line, then they're going to have 15, 20 more yards to try to go in order to try to get ahead in this game. And so I think they kind of realized that and made sure that back receiver was going to catch that ball.
Maybe they were hearing you on your headset.
Yeah, I think they got on our frequency and they heard what I was saying.
Got a bootleg, throwing it deep, and there is nobody out there. It's almost picked off.
Well, you know, they're going to their big receiver, but again, nowhere near Chris Lewis at all.
It's like Ivory Chester was on the coverage. He was the one that almost picks it off. A little bootleg the other direction there.
Well, you know, it seems like the Wylie quarterbacks has a tough time kind of throwing that ball deep. I mean, he's hit some quick short passes, but we'll see if he can get that together or not.
He's got the wind at his back. He tosses it out, and it's almost picked. Boy, what a great play right there by Jimenez. Again, throw it over there to our best defensive back, and that, I mean, he's shutting it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's a big play right there. What a great break by Jimenez. Seen the ball thrown, was right there, almost got there fast enough to pick it off, and if he did, that would have been a pick 6, I promise you.
That'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 19. Jimenez drops back. He's got all kinds of pressure up the middle. He's going to take off running. They're going to be able to stop him. He's going to get the first down.
He got the first down.
It's out to the 32, 1 yard over.
Yeah, he broke contain and did what he needed to do. Pressure's all over him. He's looking, he's seeing, he's scrambling, he's looking downfield. Nobody's open. Oh, well, let me tuck it away. Let me go get that first down, and that's exactly what that young man did.
Boy, big number 95 has to come in and make the tackle. Cooper Creasy, he's the one that's playing right over the center. What a hustle play. 1st and 10. Oh, it's a pitch on a reverse, and it is read by Sachse.
Man, that was a great play right there.
Yeah, Camden George.
Staying home.
That's a disciplined player. That's film right there, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, he didn't bite on that at all. He stayed home and stayed in great position.
Knew where it was going. Knew where it was coming from as well, huh?
God, outstanding play. I tell you what, man, like I said before, this Sachse defense has really stepped up and played a great game tonight. They are why they are in this game and in the position that they are.
The defense is playing stout. 2nd and 7. Oh, that's a great pass breakup right there by C.J. Wells. It was a quick slant. Ball was right on the money. C.J. Wells knocks it out.
Yeah, that was just great coverage right there. Slant pattern here, trying to get the ball out. C.J. Wells right there, got his hand on it, kept it from being a reception. That's their big guy right there, Chris Lewis. We still got to keep our eyes on him. They got him locked up one-on-one down here on this side. I don't know. Watch out. He might go for a big shot with him here.
Yeah, he's had 8 touchdowns on the year. They're going to go deep to him. Right there. Oh, what a catch. This is gone. There's nobody going to catch him. Coverage was beautiful, but great hands right there by Sean Carter. That's going to go 67 yards.
Quarterback steps back. He's got plenty of time. Throws the ball. Sees the guy breaking wide open. Great coverage. Just got to get the guy down. And unfortunately, he fell off of him, and he's taking it to the house.
Yeah, nobody's going to – that's great hands right there. I mean, the
sure
coverage
is.
was there. That ball just stuck. Now, that is the difference between the first half and the second half. The rain was coming down. That ball would have never been caught that first half.
No,
Ball's
you're
on the
absolutely right.
ground. They're going to have to call fire here. Is he going to be able to throw it? No!
Pick it up.
Sean DeVault again, making
Yeah.
sure he wasn't going to throw it. He knocks the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, Bobby, I was saying pick it up. I mean, for a second, that ball still was alive for a second. But tell you what, man, the defense for Sachse has played a great job. But it goes to show you in football, just one play, man.
But that's a big play right there, because now Sachse can drive it through down to field goal range, kick a field goal for the victory right here. It's really a 2-point game now, so that's a big, big play by big number 33 coming down there and knocking that ball down.
You're absolutely right, Bobby, and that's what's, like you said, a field goal can win it still, and that would have been a big extra point right there, and like you said, didn't make it. Now Sachse has to try to go down here and at least get a field goal.
They can't go 3 and out right here. They can't just be playing soft. It seems like this whole second half, Sachse's offense has just gotten soft. And I don't know what's happened with it, but they've not been able to bounce it, get anything from the outside, nothing from the inside. The passes have been a little bit off. Sachse's got to do something now. You only got 4 minutes left of the game. You've got to drive it down and take a hold of it. You're in your own destiny.
You're absolutely right. Here you are. I mean, this is the time right here. You want to control your own destiny, and my goodness, it's set up for you. It's been given into you in your hands, and you just got to say, there's no way that I'm gonna be stopped, and we got to get this ball down here and at least get a field goal out of this. And so we'll see what they can do.
Wylie only had 91 total yards until that last play. Uh-oh, right up the middle. Here it goes. He's on the sideline. He does get wrestled down at the 29-yard line, but what a return. That was number 32. J.J. Hunt right there. Special team player of the week last week.
Well, like you said, J.J. Hunt got that ball and got up and gave him pretty good, decent field possession. And so now we can see what Sachse can do if they can get that ball down there and get into field goal. But, boy.
That's not a good way to start it out right there.
Tell you what, if it was offsides or if it was a false start, I'm not for sure on that one, Bobby. But let's see what he's going to call here.
Ball start.
Well, of course.
Number 76 of the offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
Yeah, that's not how you want to start it. We just talked about having to have a perfect drive right here. You need to eat all the clock up, at least get 3 points, hopefully a touchdown. But either way, starting off going backwards is not the way to go.
No, absolutely not.
Wind is at the quarterback's face. So Brendan George will be throwing against the wind here. Empty backfield. They set up the screen. Acona catches it. He's going up the sideline. He's getting his linemen pushing him. Look at this scrum going on. How about that? Keep going. Now that's right in front of the sideline of Sachse, and everybody wants that. That's part of it. That's Haygood on the catch and reception, not Acona.
Okay, quarterback's pass. He finds Hager in the flat. Good move there. Continue to run.
56.
Big number 56 says, come on, let me take you to the house.
He took him for 10 more yards.
That's right. Come on, get on this train and let me take you to the promised land.
Here the rest of them come. Screen out to the other side. And Here comes a flag, pops out. It looks like Phillips is one on the catch. He only catches it little out pattern about 2 yards before he is taken down. But
yeah, that late flag came in there. I'm not for sure what he called on this.
There's no flag for offensive pass interference behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
so they said that it was a no call because the pass was caught behind the line of scrimmage, but I didn't see that. They made 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I don't know what they saw on that play, Bobby. And if it was caught behind the line of scrimmage, then yeah, of course the receiver couldn't have the opportunity to block. But boy, I tell you what, I didn't see that.
2nd and 7. Haygood's got the ball. He makes some people miss right there.
He sure
Lunges
did.
out to about the 45 of the Pirates. What a great run. I thought he was bottled up.
Right, they run the counter back here. He comes, and boy, he just shakes off that tackler because he had gotten through, but man, he kept his feet moving and just ran with some power on that play.
Now 3rd and 2, and again, we've not seen Akona back in the game. They bring in Grayson King back here. People are running all over the place. So they got Grayson King and Haygood both in the backfield now. And I think they're going to try to powerhouse this one in. And they've also got Harris over there at the slot receiver as the lead block. Grayson King takes it, and I think he's going to get it. They mark him right at the sticks. They might have to come in and, depending on where they spot it, they may have to come in and well, no, they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, looks like he got it. Just straight ahead, trying to run a little lead for the quarterback. The lead back didn't get in front of him on that play, but still the quarterback had the guts and the drive to get that first down.
Yeah, they had Haygood lead blocking for King, but either way, and Harrison as well, but he got out in front of it. Harris out to the right side, picks up about 4, down to about the 39-yard line. Now they're in the Wylie's territory now. So again, this has been a good drive. This is what you got to have.
Yeah,
again,
exactly.
they don't have Akona out there, so something's happened to him apparently.
Oh
my goodness!
Boy, that almost was costly right there.
Visick again. That guy has been all over the place for the Wylie Pirates.
I see Akona walking up and down the sideline. I'm not for sure if he is injured or not. I mean, he might have tweaked something on the sideline.
Because he's your main player as your back. He's been leading you all year, and he's not been in the last 3 drives.
Right.
He may have pulled a hamstring. We saw him limping earlier. They have the sophomore Harris in there in the backfield. They're throwing it again, and man, they had him for the touchdown right there. The ball was a little hot. Lockett couldn't hold on to it. Boy, that brings up a 4th down, and I don't know what you do here. You are in a position. Oh man, that was touchdown written all over it.
I tell you, wide open. Just got to take your time and get that touch, and just let him catch the ball.
So now it is 1 minute 20 seconds on the clock, and Sachse is staying in offensive formation. They're throwing it. They call a timeout.
Yeah, I think they want to think about this. This is a big play right here because, you know, if you don't get this first down, you got 1:21. You're going to have to rely on your defense to try to stop them again. And I guarantee you Wylie will come out and milk this clock.
And you've only got 1 timeout left.
Second
so
timeout
you're not
and a
going to
half.
be able to stop the clock too much. And this is basically ball game.
I agree with you, Bobby, because like you said, this clock is really not in Sachse's favor right now. So they're going to want to take some time and talk this over
What are
and
you
make
telling
sure.
what are you telling them down there on the sideline as a coach? You got Mark Red Barons down there talking. You got the offensive coordinator, Forrest Williams. What are you telling you guys?
Well, first thing I probably would tell them is, you know, let's make sure that we don't jump off sides. Let's not have any offside penalties or anything like that. And then I'm going to go into my playbook and I'm going to find a play that I feel that for this situation my team is prepared and ready to do it and be able to be successful with this play. And so this will be some play that they've worked on.
Play?
I don't necessarily
Bootleg,
think trickery.
reverse.
But this is something we've worked on, and
is it going to be a pass play? What are you going to get?
I think I would have to go with a pass play
here.
You
are, because Harris is back there. Kona's not. And so you're going to have to throw the ball here. Got to give him some time. He's got under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Brady Dalton, we've called him all night long. He pulls the pressure from the right side. He's got to be blocked right there. Harris misses it, and it just ruins the play.
Yeah, that was just great effort by number 5. They faked the counter coming back to this left side, but, you know, didn't fool anybody. And, you know, Wylie was all on top of that play.
They've controlled the game the entire game, Sachse has, but this last 3-4 possessions by Sachse's offense has just been really stale, and they've lost it. They've lost that ball right there. They had a missed block, and Dalton was able to come around, get the sack. That is a huge play. So they're going to go into kneel down formation, the victory formation.
Yeah, they're going into
Sachse's
victory.
got one timeout left, and that's it.
Yeah, like we said,
Timeout.
Bobby.
Sachse. That's the third and final time out of the half.
Sachse's done an outstanding job on defense, but just the little things, that big play, like you said.
2 turnovers inside the 10-yard line. That's 6 points.
Right, absolutely.
We say the turnover battle is the big battle right there. You put 2 turnovers inside the 10, that's 6 points that they got extra. That's the difference in the ball game right there.
Yes, it is.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, that's
you see the play was developing. He was trying to roll out left and see if he could get somebody crossing, but he just
Right.
didn't have time to set his feet.
Didn't have time. You know, like I said, they pulled that backside guard and tackle around, trying to make it look like a counter play, pulled the back to that side to try to kick out, and no one caught the end coming off the edge. And so, unfortunately, you know, he was able to get there and make a play.
Want to give our thanks out to GRS TV here at HBJ Stadium. Director Edgar Mendoza, Camera One Colt McPherson, our spotter Thomas Hart. You did a great job tonight, man. Thanks a lot.
Outstanding job,
Delbert
man.
Richardson, John Cook, Homer Clayton, Roman Alexander, and for me, Bobby George, D. McCown. Thanks, Delbert Richardson. You did a great job out there as broadcast coordinator. And we feel sad for Sachse right now. We wish the best of them.
Tell you what, that defense played their heart out. Like I said, just that's the nature of the game. One play.
One play. A lot of effort went into this, and we appreciate everybody giving their effort. All of these players playing through the rain and the cold, and all the fans that came out to HBJ Stadium. 19-17. Wylie Pirates over Sachse High School. And that'll do it for it. That'll be 3 seconds on the clock, clicking down. They're saying good game to everybody. Great ball game.
Yeah, that was a great ball game. And like I said, you know, I feel a little sorry for Sachse. I mean, because they came out and I felt like they had their game plan going. But then, like you said, second half, the offense got a little stagnated, wasn't able to get the ball going as we would say, you know, in terms of controlling that clock and running that ball. And, you know, even here at the end, Bobby, they still had a chance to come down and try to get that field goal. And unfortunately, they were unable to do that.
From GRS TV, thanks, Roman Alexander. You were great tonight.
Appreciate it,
and for
man.
Bobby George, good night and God bless.